and welcome to Something to Talk About. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Season's Greetings, or politically correct, whatever you would like to call this season. But Merry Christmas. We, as you probably have guessed, are not live this evening because it is Christmas Eve and we are all home with our families. So Merry Christmas. If you do have a question or a comment or anything you'd like to tell me, you can always email me any time of year at talk@bcattv.org. I'm going to switch things up a little bit, and first I would like to thank my husband Paul for staying home for Daddy Date Night while we record this. And hopefully the children have cooperated for you and they're not too anxious for Santa to arrive. Normally I do introduce my crew, but I'm going to hold that off as a surprise because tonight my crew are my guests. So you will actually get to see all the faces of the names behind the cameras. So welcome and thank you for joining us. And first we have the new guy on the block. Kyle Ruffin,
yes,
who has been with BCAT for 3 months almost.
Almost. I think it's like 8 weeks.
I'm 8 weeks.
I think it's been 8 weeks. I've been trying to keep
beginning of October.
Middle of October.
Middle of October. Okay, I was thinking beginning of October. Okay, well that explains it. Thank you and welcome.
No problem.
And we have just a couple of questions. What I did last year. So we are just wrapping up the second year of Something to Talk About. Very impressive, for me anyway. And last year for Christmas, we had all the cast and crew come on and talk about some of their favorite holiday traditions, favorite holiday memory, and also first, which I'm about to ask you, how did you get involved with BCAT? You work here.
Yes, I work here.
So that's a little different. But how did you get involved in television production and how did you find out about BCAT?
So if we want to talk about television production, I started in high school. I did the video yearbook.
Okay.
And that was a vocational class. So I started in my junior year of high school, and I really liked working with cameras and stuff like that.
Now, is the video yearbook like
it's like a regular yearbook.
A disc?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like 2 hours long, and it basically has all the big events plus a few other things. I did some type of interview where you got asked a question, like most memorable moment or something like that. And I started there, and then I was like, well, I kind of want to do this for college. Like, I think this would be great. So I went to Endicott College, studied digital filmmaking, fell in love with studio work and studio production, and then I interned at Danvers a little over a year ago, Danvers Community Access Television. Worked for them for the first half of the year, and then I was like, I want to do this for a real job. And then as I
You mean I can get paid for this?
I can get paid to do this.
Wow.
So I graduated in May.
Okay.
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I just went looking for jobs, and I knew someone who recently worked here, Tia Kelly, who
Love Tia.
She was the production coordinator a long time ago. And
Not that long ago.
Well,
but okay.
She makes it sound like it was a long time ago. But she recommended me, and
here you are.
And here I am, 8 weeks later.
Well, thank you for being the guinea pig and coming on the show first.
Oh, of course.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That's good to know.
We do. My family does Christmas Eve, so we have both sides, my mom and my dad's side.
Okay.
And both my parents are one of four.
Okay.
So we have a big family. And then the extended family comes as well. So like some of my
Is everybody
aunts,
like local?
Yes.
Relatively local? Okay. So there aren't like family schlepping in from California and Missouri and okay.
Both my parents grew up in Salem, New Hampshire, where I live now with them.
Okay.
And my uncle actually lives directly behind us, on the street behind us. Everyone pretty much lives in Salem or the surrounding towns. So like to get to our house, it's like the main meeting point.
Okay. Very
And both
centralized.
Yes, and both sides are over, and that's always crazy because you have like everyone condensed.
A bazillion people.
Well, because each of the 8 couples that are there have at least 2 kids.
Okay. Now, are all of them roughly your age, or do you have like really little kids like my
We
kids?
we have like one 4-year-old right now.
Okay.
And then the oldest is 31.
Okay.
And I'm on the older side.
Okay.
My mom's side, we're all relatively the same age.
Okay.
And then my dad's side, we're all kind of spread out, but we still all get together and we still all get
Now,
along.
do you have like a family tradition that you like to do when everybody schleps over to your house on
For the,
Christmas Eve?
because there's so many of us, the cousins on my mom's side, we all do Secret Santa, which is always so much fun because we like,
So like you draw the name the year before?
we draw
or-
the name at Thanksgiving, we all pick names.
Okay.
And because there's 8 of us, there's an like, even number, so we know everyone gets a present. And we all really do get creative because sometimes a lot of us will make gifts, which the other would like. My cousin one year made me a blanket, you know those blankets you can tie at the
yeah.
ends. She made me one with stars on it, and I really like star designs. And I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Well, I noticed your shoes before. We actually have
Yes.
one of those tie blankets with Batman.
That's
at our house.
awesome.
We have a Wonder Woman and a Batman blanket at our house.
That's so cool. I would rock that at 23 years old.
Batman's cool.
He is. He's wicked
Batman's
cool.
cool.
I read all these graphic novels, and I can't believe I said that on TV, but whatever.
My daughter, when she was a year old, I dressed her up as Batman.
That's awesome.
So she had the Batman costume and pink sneakers.
There you go.
But hey.
Whatever
so-
works.
Now, do you have like, coming from a ginormous family and having everybody over every year after every year, seems like a tradition there. Do you have like a favorite memory other than the really cool blanket that you got?
Oh yeah. I know it's so hard because Christmas Eve is probably just the tradition of everyone coming to our house because it's when both sides come over, and it's more special for me and my brother because we get to see both my dad's and my mom's side come together.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know how often I think that's kind of special for families in general to get like both sides of the family over and then like get
Or
them
just have family over.
exactly.
Like family, extended family, like whoever lives outside of.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, and they also get along, so that's really good.
That's a plus.
That helps.
plus.
And like, I also remember back when we were a lot younger that they would cook ridiculous amounts of food, like, and they'd go all out, and it was awesome. My mom's side, she has 2 other sisters, and they would come over and bake, and they would spend.
So the house smells like cookies.
It always smelled like cookies, and they would do it all day. They'd spend the whole day together baking cookies, and we couldn't go in the kitchen. Me and my brother, we'd be shoved up in my mom's bedroom watching Disney movies.
And smelling cookies.
Yes, and be like, I want to come downstairs.
really
Let me come downstairs. And they'd be like, no, because we would just annoy them.
Okay, well, we do have a big crew this evening, so
Yes.
one last question.
Okay.
And I already failed last year's question. Do you have any, what are they called? Resolutions.
Oh, I have so many. Now that I'm out of school
Okay,
and I'm like a real functioning adult for the most part,
okay.
um,
I'm glad you said functioning and not responsible, because there is definitely a difference.
there's a huge difference, but I want to work on some of my own film projects. So I've been writing a lot since I've gotten this job.
Now, are these like shorts, or are they? Are you
There's a
hoping to
few.
get like a real like 2-hour?
I'm working on
Features.
a television series right now, like writing a pilot in the first few seasons.
You don't have to tell me.
First few
about it.
episodes. And then I have a mini documentary series that I'm working on because I love documentary filmmaking. It's a lot of fun. And then currently I'm
New
working.
Ken Burns.
Yes. Wait. And then I also have a GoPro series that I'm working on, time lapses through a windowsill. What your windowsill looks like during the day.
Oh, okay.
It's
like
very
throughout the year.
throughout the whole, like, it's going to be different windowsills, so different people's spot, and then what goes
okay.
going on through the whole day. So you'll see the time lapse of the whole day through a windowsill.
Cool.
So I have a lot of projects I've been writing and working on and planning out, and so 2015 is going to be like starting.
You rock.
Thank you.
All right. Well, oh, wait, before you go, it is not much, but you have a token
Oh,
present.
thank you very much. That's so nice.
So it's not much, but, and don't forget to take your microphone off.
Oh, I will. Thank
So,
you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
And I see the curtain moving, so
Okay.
there's a man behind the curtain. Or maybe it's a woman behind the curtain. I can't tell. I just see the curtain moving.
All right, my microphone's coming off.
Whoops. I won't look. I won't look. We're stalling. We're stalling. S-T-A-L-L, S-T-A-L-L, S-T-A-L-L. And stalling is what I'm doing. Yay! And next, while she gets mic'd up, we have the lovely Matty Shipka. Correct? Maddie.
Yes.
Is it short for Madison?
Yes.
Maddie. And it's upside down.
Oh, it is. Oh.
get it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yay.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining me, and not only tonight, but thank you for coming and helping every week. You've been doing this since September?
I think during the summer I started.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't even remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. Forget about, 3
Yeah.
months ago. How did you get involved in BCAT?
Well, I started with Video Voyagers in 6th grade, and now I'm in 8th grade, and I still do it every Wednesday. So,
Okay. What's your favorite Video Voyager moment? I know that wasn't on the cheat sheet. Do you have one?
no, I have a few different favorites,
Okay.
but one of the favorite skits that we've done has
Uh-huh.
been Maddie in the Box, which I've been in a box.
Like,
so.
really? Or is
Yeah.
it just like,
It's like I go
Recorded
into a
to look
box.
that way.
It's recorded to look that way, but I have been trapped in the box before.
okay, that's not the magic box, is it? Because I saw
Right,
that
that's
skit.
not the magic box.
Okay. My favorite skit, only because my 18-month-old daughter participated at, she's now 6, was the continuity chicken. Do you remember, like, at the end of the
Oh,
year,
like
where
the
they throw
chicken
the
toss?
chicken toss?
Yeah, chicken
Yeah,
toss.
at the very end, they threw the chicken and everybody screamed and ran away, and she just, waddled up like toddlers usually do and picked it up and waddled back off. So
I think I've seen
But-
that one.
you may have. She's changed a little bit since then. She's a little taller now. So, all right, well, this is our holiday special, so we might as well talk about the holidays. Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes, I do.
Okay. It's no right or wrong answer. I'm
Right.
just,
I do.
And do you have any special traditions in your family?
Well,
Do you have a brother and a sister?
right.
Or is there more than 3 of you? Because I've only
It's
met.
just my brother and my sister.
Okay, because that's all I've met, but you might be hiding siblings, like, somewhere.
So my favorite holiday tradition is when we get the Christmas tree. My mom would pull us out of school.
Even better.
And
so I'm
then-
assuming this is a real tree.
Right.
Okay.
And then we'd go get a tree, we'd decorate it at home, and go get Chinese food.
Cool. Now, when you go get a tree, do you go to, like, a place to cut down your own, or do you just, oh, cool.
With my dad, we used to do that,
Uh-huh.
but now we don't. We just go to the
It's
Christmas
hard
tree
to
farm.
find, like, the cut your own.
Mm.
And plus, I should not be trusted with a saw
Oh,
or
yeah.
any sharp object, so. Cool. Now, do you make ornaments, or do you just
We just
have
kind
your
of
favorite
collect
ornaments and
them,
collect
kind
them?
of. We usually get a new ornament every year from my mom.
Oh, cool. Now, before I had kids, I was traveling a lot on my job, and the DJ on the radio station that I was listening to had a neat tradition that he or she, I don't even remember the gender of the DJ, started with their kids. That anytime they went on vacation, they would buy a vacation ornament and, label it and put it in a, hang it on the tree. And when they decorated the tree, they would, talk about, hey, do you remember when we went to the beach, or do you remember when we went to Disneyland, or whatever? And then when the kids get to be like 18, they get to take their whole collection, or not necessarily 18, but when they move out on their own, they get to take their own collection of ornaments. So I've actually started that tradition. So what else? Do you have a good memory other than getting out of school? For like a particular year that the tree was really big, or?
No, we kind of do it the same every year, so yeah.
or
But
like-
this year the tree did fall over, so that's
Did it land
pretty
on top
funny.
of anybody?
no. Landed on the window.
Did the window break?
No.
Oh, good. We were setting up our tree, and our tree fell on my daughter, but I
Oh, that's
caught
not
it,
good.
so we went out and got a new tree stand. So. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
To come to BCAT more often, because I really like it here, and I
How
wanna-
often are you around here now? Just like on
Um,
Wednesdays for Voyagers?
Yeah, Wednesdays for Voyagers and this.
And this.
And sometimes I go to a few other shows on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Okay. Well, 3 days I think is sufficient.
Mm.
Now, when you do come to Voyagers, I don't even know what time Voyagers ends. 4 or 5?
5.
Okay. And our crew calls like 7:30 for this. Do you go home in between, or do you just like pack an extra lunch for dinner? Or do your
Well,
homework or whatever?
the past, my brother was able to drive me. So I'd go home with my friend because he'd have to drive me home. And then at 7, I'd drive back over here and help set up the set. But today, I couldn't get a ride here.
Whoops.
So I just brought my homework and I stayed. So.
And there are candies for you in there. You got the little Lindt truffles that you could have for dinner.
Yeah.
And then you'd go home and you'd be bouncing off the walls and your mom will say, what happened at BCAT? And then they'll screw up your New Year's resolution because she won't let you come here anymore.
Yeah.
So maybe you should just take some home with you. Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for helping out. Linda Speaks, take 2. Thank you very much for helping out on the show.
You're welcome.
And we need to see if there's a mystery person behind curtain number 3.
Oh.
It's Mr. Corey. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you for having me.
I like the boots. Mr. Corey. Oh wait, I will stall. 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 Yeah, St. All. Why not?
All Saints Day.
Yeah, but that's in November.
True enough. We're on this holiday now.
Yes, we are. I like the hat.
Oh yeah, I snagged it on the way in. I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is the holiday edition.
I think
Might as
I brought
well,
a couple of extra hats, but it doesn't fit on my head.
Oh, okay.
So it says Santa's helper on it. So anyway, well, thank you so much for coming.
Well, I remember doing this for Arlene's show when she would have her show and she'd have everybody on at the end of the year. But I like what you've done with the place. It's very nice, bubbly,
Very.
effervescent. The show is effervescent.
I like the bubbles.
Oh, it's awesome.
I love the bubbles. Okay, I am obsessed with bubbles.
That's cool.
But,
Lawrence
Arlene-
Welk shows as kids. I remember those. I remember watching Man's a Tiny Bubbles. And now we're going to sing a song for everyone on the holiday show. Thank you very much.
You know, when I was working at the PBS station down in Florida,
Yeah.
not that long ago, long enough, but post Lawrence Welk being
Yes.
alive and kicking,
Yes.
this
That's how I
one
mark
woman,
my time.
this one woman called the station, and she said, "You cannot air the Lawrence Welk show tonight."
Why not?
Because she did not have the chance to go to the hair salon and get her hair done, and Lawrence could not come over her house tonight because her hair was not done.
Oh, wow. I hope she doesn't accidentally turn to a
And I'm
horror
like,
movie
well,
or something. 'Cause that would
first
be,
of all, Lawrence is not going to come to your house.
well, maybe
and-
spiritually. Maybe her hair summons him from the afterworld.
I don't know, but
all
it's
these little tiny bubbles start
so
floating
just
down.
don't turn the TV on and you'll be all set.
You're assuming the TV was actually on when she's watching it. It's just
I
like,
think it was.
Lawrence, hello,
Yes,
I'm dancing.
I think so. No. No, there's a reason why I no longer live in Florida.
Yes.
Loved
Florida
living
man.
down there, had great hair, but yeah, it's a great place to visit, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
I want to
it-
live
it's-
there.
It's one of those places that it's nice to I was there and I left successfully.
Successfully. And I learned a lot while I was down there. Anyway, okay, I
Yes.
digress.
That's okay. We were talking about
Queen of the
Lawrence
tangents. You have been at BCAT for,
Welk. 291 months.
thank you.
Well, you asked Kyle how many months. I figured I'd have the answer ready to go.
Thank you. And how does that translate into years?
14?
Wow.
Yes.
You haven't been staff all that time, have you?
No, before that I was
Oh, before the
volunteering.
14, so you've
yeah,
been
yeah, yeah. Staff
Production
14,
coordinator
and-
for 14 years.
and then
before that.
volunteering. I started 93, 94, something like that.
Wow. They had to
I
tell
saw
you about that?
I saw an ad on the rec department. It said, "Learn how to use a camcorder. Go to BCAT." And I was like, "Oh, they have camcorders. I'll go."
Yeah, that's about the same time I started. I
Yeah.
started 91, 92.
And it's like, "Oh wait, we have more than camcorders. Look, there's a whole TV station holding the camcorders." I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
the camcorders are like this
Yes.
big, and
Like,
you
no, I
had to
just
become
wanna
the
use
human
camcorders.
tripod. And
And it's like that was it. That was a big choice. It was like camcorder, sailing in Boston. So in some alternate history, I'm probably on a sailing show right now. Going, "How long have you been sailing?" Well, the ocean spray in my face. Blah blah blah. So that
those
was
alternate universes.
Yes.
Didn't somebody prove that alternate universes could possibly exist or something?
The,
read it on the
maybe
internet.
not in
It's
this
gotta be
world, but
true.
in an alternate universe, I would say that's true.
Okay. Yeah, I read it on the internet. It's got to be true.
Exactly. That's why they have that there. Everyone agrees it's a group mindfest.
Well, seeing that you're wearing the hat, I'm assuming that you do celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
The name like Corey McNeil. You're
It's kind of like you have
probably-
to. It's required.
Yeah. kind of thinking
Not that that's a bad thing. You know, some requirements are good things.
Some requirements are good.
Although I did, you know, we were doing the tree lighting, and I was told I was on the naughty list. So, do I try to make up for it and be good in time for Christmas, or do I just let myself totally go, knowing, hey, I'm not going to be on the good list anyways? Those are my choices.
I would try for the good list,
Okay, so
and then
make up.
you know, and then you could figure out, okay, when did I start
Make up.
trying out for the good list?
Yeah.
And then you could be naughty longer next year, so 350
Right. Figure out
days,
how much goodness you
and
need
then
to get over like the.
355 days.
So you get that D- on the Santa
Exactly.
grade for the nice list. Which
You
is,
know, get
I
a
think
66% because 65
Yeah.
switches you over to, or whatever.
Whatever the cutoff.
Whatever the
there
curve is.
I don't
you
think
know.
it's pass. Is it pass fail with Santa? I don't know. Maybe there's a level of toys. Maybe there's a medium list where
Well, I did
you
just
get
watch-
like socks.
I-
That's not a bad thing, by the way. Socks are good.
You just mentioned two things. We watched Polar Express today.
Oh.
And for the naughty and nice alarm, when the naughty alarm went off, he says, well, the elf said, it's Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
He'll stay on the nice list. It is Christmas, so we should be
Yep.
nice to him, but we'll put him on the checking him twice
Ah,
list
that's
for
the
next
middle ground,
year.
the checking
so
him
that's,
twice.
That's the middle ground.
That's what's
and then
makes
the
sense.
know-it-all kid
Mhm.
got underwear for Christmas.
Well, that's good.
So, you know, depending on how nice you are, you might get stuck with socks and underwear.
That's funny. Like when you're a kid,
Cold.
it's like, oh, but when you're older, it's like, oh, awesome, great. Now I don't have to go shopping.
Or you could be like Charlie Brown and get the potato. Or was that for Halloween?
I'm not sure. What was for Halloween?
No, for Halloween he got a rock.
And he gets rocks, and he wears like a ghost thing with a million eyes because he cut
Because he
too
made a
many
mistake.
eyes.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. They thought he was a potato or something.
Poor old Charlie Brown. Good grief.
Well, anyway, back to Christmas.
Yes.
Do you have any holiday traditions that you participate in or that your family follows?
Let's see. Traditions out of the ordinary or regular.
Oh, they could be regular. Just
I'm
any
trying to think of
traditions.
anything that comes up, and no, it's just basically, you know, either
'Cause we-
go somewhere or people come and
So still-
holidays and things like that.
Now,
All
is
the
most of your
regular-
family like close? Because you grew up in Burlington, but
They're in the area.
In the
It's
area.
like from southern New Hampshire.
so you don't have to take an
to
airplane
the area
anywhere.
No, it's usually making out the route so I'm not driving, you know, in a non-circuitous manner.
Ooh,
So it's like if I go to this person, I should go to that person next, because if I go to that person next, I'd be
Then you have
double.
to-
Yeah. You want to be able to go
Little backtrack.
wee and back to where we started.
You have to do the most efficient use.
You know,
Of
gas
geometric-
is cheaper now, but it's not.
That's true.
And also, what do you call it? Try to do it all with right-hand turns with today's traffic.
That's true.
Everywhere, especially at this time of year in Burlington, right-hand turns. They're your friends.
I read a book once.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more than once, but I read a particular book, and in this particular book, the main character had a car that didn't quite work right, and all she could do was right turns.
So it worked all right.
Exactly. And she had it's a series in one of the other books, she couldn't use reverse in her car, so she had to like find a parking
I
space.
wonder
that
if
she
there's a
could pull in.
GPS for that. Like a GPS that's like, I want to get there without taking any left-hand turns. I wonder if you could program that in.
Well, you could always just start right turning and have it say recalculating.
Recalculating.
route." Recalculating.
They should have GPSs for everything like that, for everything in your life. I think I'm going to have that big double bacon cheeseburger at midnight. Recalculating. Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Calculating route. You know, I have a little canine bobblehead in my car,
Ah,
and when I listen to the GPS, it's a female voice, and I would really like to figure out a way to get the Doctor Who canine actor to be the
Doctor.
voice of, you know.
recalculating.
Yes, exactly.
awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
When you say actually K9 in your car, you mean K9.
Yes, the
Oh,
little
okay.
tin dog.
Oh, wow. That is extra awesome.
I got it for my 10th year wedding anniversary because the 10th year wedding anniversary is the
Gallifreyan?
tin anniversary.
Ah,
And what better way to celebrate your 10th tin
10th?
anniversary with a tin dog?
that's pretty
And we're
sweet.
big Doctor Who fans
Yes.
anyway in our house, so.
You mean, yeah, Gallifreyan theme to everything.
So
That would be awesome.
I'm hearing the door click, so that probably means I should ask my next question.
Uh-oh.
Do you have a favorite holiday memory?
I'm waiting for the big candy cane to come and like pull me off set.
I left that at home.
Yes, New Year's resolution. A long time ago, I made a New Year's resolution to not make any more New Year's resolutions, and I'm trying my hardest to keep it.
I like that.
So,
So that way you don't disappoint anyone.
exactly. Unless all of a sudden I get some urge to make a resolute kind of thing that's new. but I haven't yet. Or have I? I can't remember. I'll get back to you.
All right. But
All right.
before you go,
Wait. Good.
in the big red goodie bag,
Woohoo! Awesome and a half. Thank
a
you.
special thank you for everything that you've done, making me look good on my completion of my
Well, you make it
second
easy.
season. Thank you.
And also,
Good answer, good
Yes,
answer,
thank you.
good answer.
Your earring should
Oh,
light up when the right bing, bing, bing. Correct.
See
Thank
them?
you.
Oh, they flash.
Happy
Match
holidays
the sweater.
to Paul and the kids.
The little ones.
Yes. And I will try to get out of here without breaking the microphone.
Thank you. Thank you. Tatiana's here. Yay!
Like right here? Or?
Sure.
Okay.
Just make sure it faces the right direction.
Is this facing the right direction?
Yeah, but put it on that suspender so that way you're not turning away from. I can go. Oh, you have to hide the cord so it doesn't look tacky.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
my right one's on. Nope. There. Okay.
They're good. Okay.
Don't want anybody to go into an epileptic seizure. Because
My
I heard
friend
that
has-
happens with flashing
Yeah.
red. So.
My friend has that, and she's not allowed to. Oh, is it wrong? Okay. She's not allowed to do like certain activities in gym because she can like
Really?
like we're climbing like rock walls.
I want
It's
to take
so
my Girl
fun.
Scouts to do that.
Oh, you're in Girl Scouts? My sister is. Are you like little or like little children or like?
My daughter is 6, and this is her
Okay.
first year at Girl Scouts, and I really wanted her to do it.
Okay.
And she's already, negotiating, saying, "I'll do it if you do it with me." I'm like,
My sister, I always wanted to be a Girl Scout, and then I got too old for it. And then my sister, she's in like 5th grade now, and she like loved Girl Scouts, and she like just tried it, and she's like, "Oh my God, I love to be a Girl Scout. I wish she could join." I'm like, "Thanks for rubbing it in. Yeah, it's
technically,
fine."
you can still join if there's a troop available because you can be a Girl Scout until I think 18, maybe 21, but. And then you could do what I did.
18.
Is it 18? Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I haven't gotten that far yet. I have a 6-year-old, so I still
Yeah.
have time.
Yeah, you do.
But they have daisies, and then brownies, and then juniors, and cadets, and seniors, and ambassadors. Good job.
Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Maddie.
Okay.
I digress. So, yeah, you're still festively dressed. You have
Oh,
a nice
thank
red
you.
shirt on, and
Thank you.
so I like it.
Thank you.
Cool, and you have Converse sneakers. I think I got to go out and buy a
Converse
pair of Converse because
is-
Kyle was wearing Converse sneakers
Converse
too.
is life. Like when I saw Kyle's shoes, I was like, "Oh my God, I love them." And
they're Batman.
I know they're Batman. Like who doesn't like Batman? If you don't, stop. But,
We'll stop talking about Batman.
no. If I'm just saying, if you don't like Batman, you should just stop right now and just
Yes,
like
that's
Batman.
true.
And my mom was getting me a pair of it was like hand drawn, and it was like I don't know the word. Oh yeah. So it's from my favorite anime. Sorry, I had to like think.
Okay.
Think about my words. So it was really
I do
cool
that.
because it had like a pencil because it was about like a manga artist, and it had a pencil and then like all of these designs coming out and like his face on like this part like the
Ooh.
spine of the kind of shoe. It was really really cool.
Neat.
Thank you.
Okay, let me get to my questions because, I love the shoes. I love
Thank
the
you.
shoes. They're very purple.
I've been told they were kind of tacky with everything, so I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm wearing blue shoes.
You were asking, people are calling you tacky?
It's
on.
not tacky. It's like you're like festive.
I'm
and
festive.
It's like,
I'm tacky. Oh,
it's
wait,
like-
are my earrings
no.
out? I think
yeah,
so.
yeah, they are.
Okay. So, now that we know you're not a Girl Scout,
No.
and you do volunteer for BCAT, and I
Yes.
very much appreciate your volunteering for
thank
BCAT.
you. I honestly love this show. Like, it's just something like interesting every day. Like there was like puppy adoption. There was like
You're
regular
going to have to
adoption.
come to
Okay.
my next show.
Okay.
Because
So what
the
is it?
first show of the new year is Curious Creatures. And I think he's going to be bringing some special guests, but they're not going to be, I don't think they're going to be furry.
Okay.
As much as I would love for them to be furry, I have a feeling they're going to be scaly.
Oh, it's adorable. But the only animal I'm not like allergic to, so.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I like animals. They're
Yeah, I love
warm,
it.
they're fuzzy. Well, most
Yeah.
of them are warm and most of them are fuzzy, but
Exactly.
yes, Curious Creatures will be my next guest.
Okay.
So how did you get involved in BCAT?
Well, my friends have been kind of like telling me that I should join BCAT, and I was like, well, I didn't have like it didn't work with my schedule because I do this photography club at the middle school, and it goes to 3, and BCAT starts at 3. So it's kind of like, what do I do? So
Star Trek transporter technology. Just beam
that
you over.
would be really cool.
That would be cool.
But like,
Or
I
Doctor
have
Who
a feeling
Time Lord technology, because it's a time machine. So anyway.
you just make the best references, can I say? So, what my friend finally convinced me to join, and it was really cool because like all of these things, like I didn't know you have to have a certain headroom and something that I could kind of interpret in my photography, which was really cool.
And you can also take some of the photography skills and
Yeah.
you know.
So I've actually been because I've always like wanted to be a writer, but I was thinking now I kind of want to be an artist because I'm good at all of these like arts, like, videography, photography, like drawing and
Visual media,
arts.
Visual arts. Very cool. But are you also in 8th grade like Maddie is? So you have a few years before you decide.
Yeah, but there's a vocalisty school, Shashin, I think is the name.
Yeah,
But
Shashin.
I wanted to go, but I was told their art program isn't as good as the high school like here.
Oh.
So I'm like, you know what? If their art program isn't that good, I'm not gonna go. So
Well, you could still go here and then focus on it again, like at the college level.
that's what I was like gonna do.
So that works. Yeah. And you can keep volunteering.
Sweet, yeah.
It's like a free education.
Honestly,
how cool
like
is that?
when I'm 30, I imagine myself like working here. Like I love this place.
You're gonna
It's,
have
like,
to
my
kick
second
Corey
home.
out.
Corey, watch out! I'm coming for your job. No.
It's kind of like, when you watch Jeopardy, the people, the contestants who go to the trivia contests and they're like, oh yeah, they found out I was on Jeopardy, so they wanted me to MC this whole thing. And Alex, I'm after your job. So there you go. Look out. So, do you celebrate Christmas
Yes.
as well? Mm-hmm. And do you have any favorite traditions that you do, like get together with certain family or skip
So-
school and order Chinese food while you set up the tree and get pine needles in your...
Sadly, I wish. But our family is huge, and we don't live in all of the same places.
Okay.
So we celebrate family with our with our family in Connecticut. And it's either we drive there or they drive here. And this year they're driving here.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's going to be like our kitchen is going to be stuffed with people making food. Because that's what my family likes to do. They just like to cook, and I'm like,
What kind of
I'm
food?
okay.
I'm going to talk myself into getting hungry right now.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry right now, but
Yeah, I
There's
got
a
you
lot
the
of,
truffles. They're in the other room.
Oh, thank you. But there's a lot of ethnic food that we kind of eat. We kind of eat some foods from South America, and we eat foods from all over. There's traditional stuff. We make sometimes we make gumbo and everything, and it's really cool because we're a mixed racial family. So it's we take everything, from our
More
races,
food!
and then it's more food, and it's food. The more food, the merrier. Exactly.
Exactly. A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Okay, so I guess my New Year's resolution is to kind of pay attention in class, but stop drawing in class because I draw a lot and I always have a notebook on me.
Your artistic nature kind of
Honest-
left brain, right brain thing happening. Oh, okay.
And what I thought was really funny because I was in 3rd grade and I used to doodle all over my picture papers, and I was taking this test and she couldn't read my answers because there was just everything everywhere and it was so distracting.
So you're already scoping out Graffiti Rock, where you're going to put your name in another 4 years.
I'm actually not good with spray paint. I'm probably gonna get it on myself. I'm more good with pencil drawing, not paint, because paint goes everywhere, and it's please just stay in your place for 2 seconds.
Do you have to use spray paint, or can you get the jars of paint out there? Although it's probably hard when you're climbing up a cliff.
Yeah, true.
So
I'm not sure, but I'm
you got
I'm
time to
hoping.
think about
Yeah.
it. Well, thank you again
Okay.
for appearing tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for swinging by on your Wednesday evenings
Oh,
to
thank you.
spend some time with us. Just talking about whatever we feel like,
Oh yeah.
and seeing all the props.
I love this thing. Can I just say?
That is the Dust Bunny.
Okay.
He is actually a character from a PBS kids show from the mid-1990s called The Big Comfy Couch. And there was this woman who dressed up as a rag doll, and she sat on this ginormous couch. And then under the couch were the Dust Bunnies, and they were kind of comic relief. And you remember seeing this on Netflix or something, because you're way too young to
saw
actually have
this
seen it.
show at least once. I've seen this show, and I was like, why do I know that? And like, it's just adorable. Can I say?
Thank you.
I just love it.
my
Did you
mascot.
Did you like purchase it, or is it like?
I used to work for a PBS member station and went to a convention, kind of like annual meeting. And the producers of all the shows were like giving away promotional materials of all of their shows. So I had a Magic School Bus lunchbox that people used to laugh at me when I brought my Magic School Bus lunchbox to work. Didn't use the
That
thermos,
is the best.
but you know, I have the big comfy couch, you know, Dust Bunny and
In my but
bunch, like 3-4 Clifford dolls and Teletubbies. duffel
Teletubbies
bag.
was my like show when I was little, but in sixth. Okay, so when I got to middle school.
Okay, last
every
story,
teacher-
and then we
yeah,
have to
sorry.
switch.
I know. But
okay.
every like when I got to middle school, every teacher claimed they were Miss Frizzle, except my 8th grade teacher, and I was like, which one do I pick to be Miss Frizzle?
So where's the school bus?
Exactly, and it's like
Field trip.
I know, like where's the lizard? But one of my teachers actually had a lizard, so that was like really cool. So I'm like, you know what, you're Miss Frizzle now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
you.
I saw the curtain wiggling, so hopefully while you de-microphone yourself, somebody new will pop out. It's Brandy! And he's still standing up.
Yes.
Yes. Well, you can mic up, and I'm going to thank you for coming, even though you've been feeling a bit under the weather lately.
I have, but I wouldn't miss it.
Thank you. But you just got back from Disney World, right?
I did. Yep. I spent 2 weeks in Disney World. It's awesome.
Now, was this your first time in Disney?
No.
Was it was your kids? I hope it was your kids' first time in Disney.
No.
Really?
I think third time for my daughter and first time for my son.
Wow. Your daughter's 4.
Yeah, we go a lot. Our whole family's down there.
Oh,
So
okay.
my dad, my wife's father, and my sister and my wife's uncle.
Now they actually like in the Orlando area.
My wife's dad is.
Okay.
My dad's in Boca Raton, and her uncle's in Boca Raton. My sister's in St. Petersburg.
Wow, that's kind of spread out. Well,
Yeah.
when you mentioned Boca, it's like when I lived down there, I was in West Palm, or
Oh, okay.
I was in Boynton Beach, which
Oh,
is like
yeah.
2 towns over
Right.
from. And yeah, it's like I didn't realize how big a state Florida was.
Right? You just-
Until I moved down there. You know, we're driving the U-Haul, and it's like, you are now entering Florida. I'm like, yay, we're there. And my dad's like, no, you have
It makes you
another
love
5
New, it makes you love New
hours."
England.
I know. You know, wow. Yeah, no, I also miss the season changes. You know, seeing Santa in the Bermuda shorts and the Hawaiian shirt ring and
Not so cool.
the Salvation Army bell just
Nope.
didn't really get me in the Christmas spirit.
I completely agree.
So, you know, seeing, you know, Merry Christmas, go Gators.
Nope.
Ah,
I like some snow with my Santa.
Yeah, exactly. And fall, you know, have to see palm trees don't have nice color foliage. So,
No. If you can find me a palm tree that changes colors,
true.
I'd be in.
well, with the electronic, you know, with the lights and the.
That was our Christmas tree for a while. We had
Really?
we had
Now,
a
did you
palm
grow up
tree
in
Christmas
Florida?
Tree. No. No, we had spent a Thanksgiving down there, my wife and I, right after
okay.
we had gotten married, and we bought a palm tree Christmas tree as our first tree. So we've had that for like the last, I don't know, 10 years?
Wow.
Well, 9 years we've been
and now
married,
the
so.
kids are okay with having a palm tree Christmas tree?
Now it's in my daughter's room, and we have a tree now in the family room.
Okay.
So.
So it's artificial tree, real tree?
Artificial.
Okay.
my
Pre-lit,
family-
or do you wrestle with the lights?
No, we put the lights on.
Brave person.
Yeah, it's just that's how my family's always done it.
I usually curse the light strings and.
Yeah, you're always looking for that light bulb that just, happened to fall out.
Now I did just recently, within the last couple of years, go to the LEDs because those are supposed to be more efficient. and brighter. And I'm hoping that they'll last longer and they won't get that one bulb that burns out.
I might have to look into that. Do the switch.
Exactly.
Oh.
But you know what? Even the other kind, the little bulbs, they switched the sizes of the sockets
Oh, they did?
because I collected the Hallmark Star Trek ornaments.
Oh, okay.
A
Yep.
friend of mine got married in 1991, and I was in her bridal party, wedding party. And as a thank you gift, you know how you always have to give everybody else, stuff for
Right.
being in your wedding.
Right.
She and her husband gave me the Hallmark Star Trek Enterprise, and it was the
Oh, that's
first
fun.
year that they ever did that. And so that, I'm a completist, so after that I had to get
You had to keep
the main ornament. I mean, because
Right,
there were
right,
some
right.
years that they had like 20 bazillion ornaments. And we no longer could fit them on our tree. 91 to 2014.
So now you have like a Star Trek tree and a...
So, not exactly.
Oh, okay.
And, some of them in the early years you had to unplug and plug back in. And that just, I didn't have the patience for it. So we live in a split level. And the upper railing between like what is our living room and the staircase, we wrapped lights around and we hung all of the Star Trek ornaments so they stay up year round.
That's fun.
And then after like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, they stopped making you have to plug them in, and they had those little button batteries, is it lithium
yeah.
battery or whatever?
Yeah.
But we just went to plug them all in and leave them on the banister last year. Well, they changed the size. So I went out and bought like a cheap string of 35 lights, and I couldn't plug my ornaments in. So I had to dig through all of the
That's-
Christmas ornaments and find a string of lights
See, that's
from
more of a
like
nightmare.
pre-1997 or
Right.
something. And it actually worked. And I found them, and I'm like, okay, please don't break
Don't
on
ever
me.
burn out again.
Yelling at my kids, don't touch that! I can't get another one. So, all right. I digress.
That's
I'm the
okay.
queen of tangents, as you know.
Hey, that's all good.
I do want to thank you for helping me out on my show.
Absolutely. It's
So,
been my pleasure.
Glad I was able to recruit you because you are a professional.
I like to be here when I can.
Now, you started out here
Mm-hmm.
as a production coordinator. Now, how did you get involved in BCAT that first time, and how
Right.
did you come back? Because you took a little hiatus.
Yeah. So my BCAT history, I'll try to give you the quick version.
Okay.
In 1992, I was in middle school. And
Hey, I'm still older
All
than
right,
you. I
fair
was
ell
graduated from college.
That's right. You did
by
just tell me you were
1992.
in a wedding in '91. So
Yes.
cool. So 1992, I'm in middle school, and I was just looking for something different to do. BCAT was offering a course through the recreation department.
Okay.
I jumped on. I picked it up really quickly. By the end of the week, I understood what editing was and was
By the end of the
editing.
week?
Yep.
Wow.
I just got it, and from there, the director at the time was just like, "Well, this is what you should be focusing on and doing more of." And I was like, "Okay." So I started a show called Time Out Let's Talk with my mom, and we did that show all the way through high school.
Wow.
So we did 100 episodes from my freshman year in high school to my senior year in high school.
Excellent.
Then I went to college for video because of BCAT. And I got a call from the director at the end of my freshman year and said, "Hey, we need somebody to run the studio on the weekends." And I was like, "Hey, I need
cool.
money."
I have money to pay for college.
So that's when I became a production coordinator.
Okay.
So that was about 7 years after I've been volunteering. I became a production coordinator for 2 years, and then I was about to leave, and then I got this fun idea to start Video Voyagers.
So you started Voyagers.
I did. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So my idea was I was in middle school, and there was only 1 week that I could do video every year, and then I had to volunteer. Well, why not make it into something that was fun, that we could do weekly? So
Excellent.
I wrote a proposal, and that was Jen's, I think, her first year as director. And I wrote a proposal for her. I was still in college. And she said, "Yeah, absolutely." So I went to every classroom in the middle school and told them about Video Voyagers. And our first,
Were you still going to college at the time?
yeah. So
man.
our first Voyagers started, I think it was March of '99. Corey and I were just talking about doing a 15-year reunion. And we had a great time. And actually, one of those Voyagers still works with me today. I hire him on projects now.
Excellent.
But after that, I kind of took a hiatus from BCAT. That was like 2000.
Okay.
I just kind of worked on my career, where I worked in college housing and I worked in news production, corporate production. I ran a community television station.
Wow.
I worked in LA for a while in reality TV. And then,
That had to be tough.
that's a whole
Depending
different
on which reality it was.
yeah, no, that's a different story for another time. But and then I came back recently, and I started my own production company last year.
Excellent.
And so that's my quick of BCAT.
Wow.
But it's been a lot of awesome years, and I'm really happy to be back.
Yay. Well, we are happy to have you back.
Thanks.
So, okay, we are kind of running out of time because we still have 2 more
Right.
hired help.
Right.
Hired help for free. What's your favorite holiday memory?
My favorite holiday memory would be the Nutcracker. My family grew up at the Boston Ballet.
Wow.
So my sister was training there since the age of 4, which meant
Cool.
I was there since I was
And did
born.
you ever dabble in dance? Or
They dragged me in when I was 7 and 8. So that was a big part of our family's traditions,
Oh,
was to be in the
cool.
Nutcracker show. So it was really cool performing for my friends, and just performing on the Wang Center stage was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So for me, that always holds a special place in my heart.
cool.
I
Now,
love the Nutcracker.
do you want to bring your kids back to see it, either at Boston or?
Yeah.
My daughter's kindergarten just did a field trip over in Andover.
No, we'll go. My sister's coming home for Christmas. My sister is a ballet professor, and some of her students dance at the Boston Ballet, so
Wow.
they always ask her to come and see the show. So she's going to take my daughter.
Oh, cool.
To go see the show when she's
She
here.
will love that.
Yeah, they're going to have a good time.
Yeah, my daughter watched it, and now she wants to take ballet lessons.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'm like, well, because she wants to dance on her toes, and she's taking
Oh.
Irish step dancing, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, you can actually dance on your toes in Irish step dancing.
That's
I
right.
can't, but
That's right.
talk to your teacher. You can figure it out.
Right? No, she can do ballet, though. Ballet's it's cool.
Another thing for mommy to drag her to,
True.
or drag her brother to.
That is true.
Okay, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
New Year's resolutions?
Is to get my hiking group back up and going.
Mm.
Ever since starting a business, I just haven't had time to pay attention to,
Running a business,
group.
having 2 small children.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have time to do things? Is that sarcasm?
We're getting back there now, so we're going to start the hiking group up again, and I look
Excellent.
forward to that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Before we go, it's not much, but a little token of my
Aw,
appreciation
Thank you. I
for
appreciate
your
it.
work.
Thank you.
And I really hope you feel better, because
Thank
you're
you.
sounding a little stuffy. and
Yeah.
I know you missed the staff
Yeah.
and board party
Yeah.
this past weekend. So, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Same to you and your family.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
All right.
All
And
right.
don't forget to take your mic off so you don't
Right.
get strangled.
No parting gifts.
No, well, that's your parting gift.
This is my
no
parting gift, not this one.
Yeah. Okay, that one has to stay.
All right.
And who's next behind curtain number 3? Colleen! Uh-oh, she's got a prop. She's got a prop. And it's probably the prop that we talked about our New Year's resolutions last year, because I failed miserably.
I can't remember what we did last year. What did we talk about?
Hold on. Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, that's
All
a little
right.
better.
We're good.
Yeah, I know we're going out of order, but really quickly, I remember talking to you distinctly on this show, and I said, my husband and I and my daughter Gwyneth all have cross-stitched stockings that I made. And my poor son is 4 years old. This will be his 5th Christmas, because he was born in October. And he still has the cheap dollar store furry one with the glitter writing, because I haven't touched my cross-stitch stocking for the poor kid.
Yeah, it definitely takes some commitment.
But now my daughter is like, Mom, how come Evan's stocking is different from all of ours? Why haven't you finished his?
Oh boy.
So I have a feeling she's going to guilt me into it.
Well, nothing like the kids to kind of get you going on a project.
Well, if I didn't have to keep breaking up the fights between you and your brother, I'd have time to work on the stocking.
I don't know if you're going to get them to get that part.
Okay, real quickly, because we're running out of time. And I do still need Christoph to come.
Exactly.
How'd you get involved in BCAT, real quick?
Well, I kind of get involved with BCAT as a supporting role at our church. We do our video work there too. We record the services. Somebody else was, started the project, and he was all by himself. And I really, wanted to support him and help him out. So I just kind of got involved helping him out.
Okay.
But while I was here helping him out, kind of saw everything else that was going on, and took advantage of some of the volunteer opportunities that we have here. Concerts and things like that, football games. I really like doing it, so getting behind the camera and a volunteer, like in a different production kind of setting, was really cool.
Oh, yeah. And I'm so glad you decided to help me out.
Yes.
Because it's really nice knowing, because we did Concerts on the Common together.
Yes.
And I've seen some of your other work, and my hands are turning green. I think this sweater is, I don't know. I digress. So I knew some of your work, and I'm like, yay, Colleen wants to work on the show. I was very happy. So it's very relaxing for me knowing that you're behind there making the show look good. So I do very much
welcome.
appreciate that. Favorite traditions or memories? We're going to combine that question.
Well, I guess, as you, go through your life, traditions change, and things that, were your traditions before, they sometimes change. And in the last 10 years or so, the kind of things that that I do traditionally now are, we like to go Christmas caroling with my church. We go over to a nursing home in East Boston called the Don Orione.
Okay.
There's a bunch of, patients there, the residents that, they don't get a lot of visitors and things. So we get to go over there and, sing carols with them. We have snacks and we visit, and it's really fun. They enjoy it, and it is one of the few places that I play my fiddle in public. So I will play
public.
I will play for them at their,
Now, do you have to
Christmas
learn
caroling.
Christmas music, or do you just play stuff that you know?
I do a lot of my fiddle music by ear, so if you know a Christmas song, you can probably figure out how to play it. If you know the melody in your head, you can find it on the fiddle, and that's usually what I do.
Neat. Now, some traditions are meant to be kept. Now, have you gone caroling yet, or is that something
We did.
that's done?
We usually do it the first week in December, and that because there's a lot of other things going on, so we kind of do the nursing home visit first.
Well, actually,
before
by the
things
time
get
this show
busy.
airs, hopefully you will have done it, because this show begins airing on Christmas Eve, and it's kind of silly to go Christmas caroling after Christmas.
Exactly.
So what do you have for a prop there?
Oh, it's actually my stocking, my Christmas
love
stocking
it!
that I had this is my stocking when I was a little kid. My grandmother made this one. It's
Wow.
knitted, and it's kind of the object of one of my memories of Christmas that is like really cool. Now, I've come from a big family, 5 kids, and my grandmother made each of us a stocking just like this.
Wow.
And what the memory is that what we used to do to the stockings. I mean,
Put it on your foot?
Yep, and that wasn't the only thing. We wore it on our feet like a sock. We would put it on our heads. I can't do that now. My head's a lot bigger.
No.
Sometimes we would put both feet in there and hop around like a sack
Like a
race
sack
or
race,
something.
yeah,
and there's
okay.
5 of us. So like the 3, my brother and sister, we were
Yeah, I
all.
don't think you could do that now.
No,
Your
definitely
feet look
not.
a little big to fit both of them in
No,
there.
but this thing has survived. I mean, it's only a little loose on the back, but
can
it
have that
survived,
fixed.
and
Wow.
so I mean, that's kind of like one of my memories.
That
that's
is awesome.
endured.
And that is really, really nice work, and that's
Yes.
just the fact that your grandmother made it is
Yeah.
an awesome memory and tradition in itself.
Right, and my aunt, my Aunt Lorraine made one for our spouses, like as we got married
Okay.
and stuff. She made one for my husband. She made one for my daughter and my son. So in our family, we all have the same kind of stockings.
That
so-
are complete.
Exactly.
Because in theory, my family will eventually have the same kind of stocking. They will all be cross-stitched.
Yes, and I want to know next year that it is done. Maybe we'll
No
have a
pressure.
stitching party.
I like that.
There you
I'm
go.
working on cleaning out my family room so I can have friends over after the kids go to bed, and we can do stuff like crafts, and we can just sit there and, you know,
That's always
kind of have
fun.
girls' time and get something done at the same time.
Stitching is a great activity to do in a group, definitely.
Oh, it's counted cross stitch, so I kind of need to pay attention to what I'm doing.
I can still talk. I do count a cross stitch too, and it is very social. You can still kind of, you know,
Okay.
visit.
All right. I trust you on that.
Yeah.
But Christoph is going to hate me. But I do have something for you. And you'll probably recognize it because it's pretty much the same thing as last year. I'm not very original, but Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming and appearing on tonight's show. And thank you for helping me every second and fourth Wednesday of the year.
Exactly. Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
And don't forget to take your mic off. And I love the sweater.
Thank you.
Very festive. And let's see if Christoph is behind. Yay! It's Christoph, the Christmas elf. Yay!
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Chris.
Figure out how to get this on.
I could clip it to your collar if you want.
Hey, can we do that?
Sure, we can. We'll just turn it like
I want to make sure I sit right.
this, and then
Go like.
clip it so it's straight up.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Ta-da!
Make sure I sit right.
Sit
This
right.
is a lot of moving pieces.
Yes.
Hi, Linda.
I could never wear that outfit because yellow makes me look green.
I never thought yellow was my color until now.
Until now. Well, it's kind of like your face is surrounded by the green, and green works for you.
Green is definitely my color.
Green
it's one
works.
of my favorites.
Green is definitely in your color palette. Well, based on how you are dressed this evening, I would think it's safe to assume that you do celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
teeny
Just a little bit.
You know.
I love this time
You
of
don't
year.
really look, well, you could be, you know, winter solstice elf.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I do love Christmas, though. I have this Santa suit.
Okay, well, Santa's already taken.
I know.
I babbled too long with my other guests, so we are almost out of time. So
I
what is
know.
your favorite Christmas tradition,
Um,
other than dressing up in an elf
yeah,
suit?
I do love dressing up in my elf costume and in my Santa costume. This was our Christmas card last year.
Oh, I love it.
This is a good story. So we went up on the common to take the picture. It was like the day before the tree lighting, all the stuff's going up. And so my
We
mom,
as in your family or
no, it was just me.
just you? Okay.
Well, my mom came to take like the picture and
Well,
stuff.
yeah. It's kind of hard to do a selfie and
I know.
an elf suit.
And this is great. She goes, "Can we hurry this up? I don't want anyone to see me." And I'm like, "Really? You don't want anyone to see you?" Okay, Mom. I got you. All right.
Well, maybe she was hoping that people wouldn't recognize you because you're wearing an elf suit and everybody would see her with an elf.
That's true. Yeah, scandal. Mrs. Flaherty hangs out with elves.
There's a Mrs. Flaherty that teaches at my daughter's school.
I actually have met her when I substituted for a
Is
year.
there any relation to the Mrs. Flaherty that works
No.
at Pine Glen School?
No.
Okay.
The
I
kids
didn't think
thought
so.
I was her dad, so that made me feel great.
Yeah, no kidding. So
I don't look that old.
you're just taller than she is.
I guess.
You know, and plus little kids have no concept of age
They
anyway.
don't. People have guessed or children have guessed I'm 40, I'm 50.
Yeah, when I worked at a Girl Scout camp back, well, long before, in college, kids used to think I was anywhere between 15 and 45, so, you know.
No concept of age.
But anyway, I know, I should have had you go first
Nah, it's okay.
because we are out of time. But I do have a
right.
special present for you.
Oh,
For all
elves never
of-
get presents.
Well, it's not much, but it's got little
It-
dancing penguins on
It's
it.
the thought that counts.
And it's I thank,
Thank
you
you so
for
much.
all of your help on the show.
No, I help when I can.
And I appreciate that.
And you create a
But
nice environment.
We
for us.
are out of time. So I do need to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and season's greetings, but definitely a Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year to all of you from all of us at Something to Talk About. Good night.